we are doing something special. So we are going to assemble a birthday cake for Nico, and this one is going to be mixed berries themed. So it's a two-layered cake, and I'm using blueberry cake and strawberry cake. Both of these are eggless sponge cakes, and if you want to see how to make those, then I'll put the links in the description box below. And we are going to use two different types of frosting here. So we're going to use a lighter fluffy cream frosting, which will go as fillings, and we're also going to do some designs on top or on the sides with it. And we're using these very stable whipped cream frosting, which is going to be the outer icing for the cake. And if you want to see how you can make these whipped cream frostings, then again I'll put the link in the description box below. And I'm also using homemade strawberry jam and blueberry jam in between the two layers of cake. And again, I'll link these videos in the description box. And I have some cut fruits to finish up the decorations. So with that, we are ready to start. So first, I'll tell you what tools you need. So you need a turntable like this and a cake base. And you need these sort of levelers to level your icing, and also you have these sorts for the sides. And you can keep extra nozzles in piping bag if you have other bits of icing that you want to incorporate in it. And also one more tip here, you can use double-sided sellotape or just take a normal sellotape and make it double-sided and paste it on the back of this cake base and then stick it to the turntable, so that while you're turning the table while doing the icing, there is no movement for the cake base. And with that, we are actually ready. So I'm first going to start with the strawberry cake layer. So I've kept every component that I have just showed you in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes before starting this assembly of the cake. So I'm just gonna get this on top of the turntable. So if you want, you can make even finer layers from this. So you could cut the cake from the middle horizontally, but because the cake that I've baked is not that much in thickness, I'm just gonna leave it like this. So I'm first gonna go with a layer of blueberry jam. So I'm just gonna take a spoonful and add on top of this. So now that I've added the layer of blueberry jam, I am now gonna go with the cream filling, and I'm just gonna pipe it on top of this jam layer. So because this is like the filling of the cake, so there is no pattern, it's just about just filling the space. And I'm gonna slightly level this. It doesn't have to be like perfect. Again, make sure nothing comes on the outer edges of the cake. Blueberry jam layer is completely covered with this cream. So now I'm gonna go in with the strawberry jam. So again, I'm gonna add like spoonful and roughly spread it. So the strawberry and the blueberry cake that I have baked has chunky fruits in it. So when you bite through the cake as a combination, the jam and the fruits are gonna come together well. So I'm just gonna add some more of the cream on the edge so that the jam does not escape from the sides. You could opt to First add this boundary and then add your jam in case it's too runny. Our filling is done, so we have 2 jam layers and a cream layer. I'm gonna add the blueberry cake on top and place it such that it aligns properly with the base. And then I'm gonna do the outer icing of the cake. So I'm using these stable version of whipped cream frosting for that. So I'm gonna start with this sort of light lilac color at the bottom, and I'm just gonna go around and coat the outer surface of the cake with this, and then I am taking a leveler to level this icing. So for the vertical edges, you get these flat levelers. Slightly dip the edge into water and then start turning your turntable like this and leveling your icing. Once the sides are nice and leveled, we are gonna go from the top. So I'm adding the other colored whipped cream frosting on top, and again I'm just piping it to cover the cake surface, and I'm trying to achieve a gradient sort of a feel for the color on the outer icing. Now I'm gonna take one of these flat levelers and I'm gonna start leveling the icing on top. And I'm gonna take the same one slightly towards the vertical edges, and I'm gonna keep this one vertically flat while I'm doing the vertical edges and try to get that gradient kind of a feel. Now this is just one way of icing it. You can obviously just go ahead and show your creativity with it. I'm doing this sort of gradient to just depict that it's like strawberries and blueberries blended kind of a cake. The entire icing for the outer surface of the cake is done. We can start doing some designs, and for that I'm going back to the whipped cream, which is the lighter fluffier one, and I have 2 different colored ones already filled in piping bag. And now I'm just going with the floor for the design. And because I've added different nozzles, so the output is gonna vary from the different colored icings. I'm also placing some fruits just to give that fresh sort of a feeling.
And I'm now gonna work around these fruits and add some more icing. Cake looks more or less well decorated, so I'll pop it into the refrigerator so that it sets well. If you are in a really cold country, you could leave it outside. If you're leaving the cake outside, it's better to consume it within 3 days. And if you keep it in the refrigerator, you can consume it up to about 2 weeks. On the birthday, I got the cake out of the refrigerator an hour before it was supposed to be cut, so that it nicely comes back to room temperature. Nobody likes to taste cold cakes. So once it comes back to room temperature, the tastes are all gonna come together and it's gonna taste much better. And here's how the cake looks on the inside. So you have layers of blueberry cake and strawberry cake and a lot of cream and jam in it.
That brings us to the end of this video. If you liked it, then please hit the thumbs up button. And if you want me to come up with more such cake ideas for occasions, then leave that in the comment section and I'll pick it up and share it with your friends so that they can make their perfect cakes for their perfect occasions. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe and hit that little bell icon next to it so that you're notified every time we come up with new videos. Until next time, take care, love you.